Welcome to part 7 of making my Officer Jenny cosplay, and here we go with the wig. I started out by piecing out the bangs and I trimmed them off a little bit. I get back to those later. But I started looking at the back of this wig and it's very thin, so I thought I would make pigtails by crisscrossing the pieces over, but that didn't work. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll make 3 different pigtails and just make a giant poof at the back of the neck, but that didn't work either. It was too thin and short, so I ended up buying another wig and like kind of cutting it all apart in order to use these wefts to add to the first wig. So the back of the second wig is getting added in to the back of the first wig, and I sewed it on just kind of like that, like extensions, but then I pulled the old hairs through so that they wouldn't just be mashed down to the back of the head, and I'd have a more poofy wig in the back. Typically you would cut all the wefts apart and sew them in one at a time, but I decided since this is not a competition piece, I'm just going to be lazy and do it this way. Try to cover the slit in the back. I used the fake skin from the front of the second wig and I sewed it in at the top, and that started to look pretty good until I put it on, and then it looked terrible, so I had to redo it, and I pulled the piece back off and I attached it back at the bottom of the wig, and then that looked pretty good. Fortunately, the top of the wig is going to be covered by the hat most of the time, so all is well. I just now move on to the pigtails and getting them more poofy, because I really wanted it to look like one giant ponytail in the back, which is what she really has in the cartoon. I wanted it to stick out on the sides, so that's why I chose to do pigtails. So I teased them up a lot, and I used the Got to Be hairspray to hold all the teasing in place. And then once I had them as poofy as I wanted, I went ahead and trimmed them down a little bit because they had gotten quite long actually, and I evened it out along the bottom. Then I went back to the bangs and I kind of thinned out the bottoms. They were blunt cut, so trying to tapering them out, thinning it out at the bottom so they kind of hang in points. And here we are, got her all tried on with the hat, and I just need to add some ribbons over the hair ties, and I think she's all good to go.